You told me about it. I didn't find it on my own.
I mean, that's true. I found it, but what are we getting?
We're getting a 1915 standard grader, pull-type grader.
A pull-type grader. We were a little worried that the 4-bottom case plow wouldn't be enough of a load for a 4G when we get it done. We want to be able to pull these things. We want to see them pull. So we're going to go grab a grader. Stay tuned. That back wheel okay? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, it's sliding past, so we're good. How far back do you want to go?
What do you think, Dad?
You come back, keep coming. That's good. That's good right there. That's got plenty on the tongue. We can go right through here with these, and I think we'll be good.
All right,
while you're hooked up to it, let us chain it.
We just hit 100,000 miles on the old F-150. 30 years old, 100,000 miles, and we got a grader back there. Well, there it is. Now we just got to get it unloaded. But we got it home. And yeah, that drawbar's up there quite a ways, but we're still well legal. I think it's about 12, a little over. And the 150 did great. Just put a new water pump, timing cover seal, new radiator hoses, did an oil change, just a general service. Our 350's kind of down. It's got a pretty bad oil leak. It's done a lot of hauling D4s from a long ways away. So it's been up to Montana and Minnesota and out to the middle of Nebraska, hauling D4s home from all three of those places. So it's needing a little TLC. I've had the turbo off of it before, but I got to take it off one more time. I got a oil leak in the valley of the 7.3, and for any of you that know anything about 7.3s, you know that that's common. Won't be the first time I've had the turbo off of it. You might be asking, what did we bring home? And this is a Stockland Machinery Company road grader from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And the last patent date on here is 1915. So we're pretty certain that this was used well, almost exclusively at first, pulled with horses, and probably later on tractors, but it is very heavily built. And there are provisions up here. Originally, a seat could have been put up here, and there was actually two operators on here, one that sat here and ran a team of horses hitched to the front, and then an operator in the back. During its years being drawn by a tractor, that it has took a little bit of abuse. And it's had some repairs done on it here. And we know that. And we're prepared to fix it when it breaks. But I think we're just going to run it until it does. It was very much fun to meet another history buff. Somebody that just appreciates this old machinery as much as Dad and I do. And the paint job on this is actually great. Everything's working on here. It needs a new deck up here where we stand. That's not such a big deal. We can throw some timbers up there and bolt them down. Not a problem. There's your operator's platform, your tiller wheels to elevate the grader.
34 inches.
Yeah, 34 inches tall on the front wheels. And we wanted steel because the UV is so bad out here that we actually struggle with keeping good tires on things. The moldboard is a full 8 feet. 40-inch tall wheels on the back. And wheelbase was like 12.5.
Yeah.
Center to center. Rear wheels are 6'8", outside to outside.
And I think the fronts are...
They're a little bit inset. They're probably...
I'm probably thinking maybe 5 foot or
5 feet.
60 inches maybe.
Everything works. It's all... We'll throw some grease and stuff. Yeah, everything's egged out.
54 inches.
So it's 54-inch wheelbase in the front. But this thing's been around a long time. But you can stagger these rear wheels over here. That's what this does. So that'll move it side to side. It's got some broken teeth, but everything still works. This is Dad's new toy, the grader. It's kind of cool, this piece of channel iron. This thing's what, 6 inch, 8 inch?
Yeah.
It's thick, made in Illinois, USA.
6 inch. Yeah.
Yeah. Real heavy. Everything's heavy on here. Got the grease zerks on the wheels.
And the wheels aren't rusted through anywhere.
No, they're
when
not.
we park it, we'll want to set it up on some wood.
It was taken care of.
What are you thinking, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
These welds on here.
Did they break them or?
No.
No, I think that's the way they were.
Because they're like that on both sides, just like
I think that's the way it was.
Those are heavy. Oh yeah, that hub's busted off.
Yeah, this one broke. It's broke. Oh look. Probably be a good idea to put a bolt in there with a nut.
I'll put a cotter key in there.
Or we could lose a wheel.
A big fat one. And I was commenting when we picked this up, the neat thing about these old road graders, this thing is, you know, over 100 years old. And the fundamentals of this road grader are exactly the same today. The moldboard, the ring gear, everything. The principle is exactly the same. What are you doing under there, kitty? That's probably not a good place to be. What are you doing?
See, this axle slides back and forth here.
Yes.
With this. And then over there...
Well, I think that lever locks it. But I think that you turn this. See, there's a gear here.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you turn that, this offsets your rear axle side to side. So these adjust your blade pitch on each side. You rotate these, and it will adjust your blade pitch this way.
So what's this handle do?
I don't know.
That pull handle.
Let's follow it. This is your steering.
Oh, that's your latch lock. So if you want to turn your turntable, you pull that, it
oh,
unlatches,
okay.
It unlatches the pin.
So that's this right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just a lock.
All right. So how do you turn the blade?
I don't know.
I wonder if you get out and do that by hand. Dad's concept with this is how you turn the moldboard is to put one corner down in the dirt and then just let it unlatch it with this lever and let the friction of the dirt twist it and then just latch it back in back here where you want it. Dad says I get to run this. He said he'll run the tractor. I think because you're going to be pretty busy back there spinning wheels and
it's going to take an arm strong.
It's going to take a lot of coordination with the guy on the tractor though too.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Feet long.
Yeah, that's pretty long. It's pretty heavy too. Yeah, there'll probably always be welding to do on some of this stuff. Very heavily built. Considering it was for horses, they must have had quite a horse team to pull this.
Yeah, I bet it took at least 4 horses
at
to
least.
Pull it.
This thing's heavy.
Yeah. And can you imagine when it cut?
Oh,
what
boy.
them 4 horses had to do?
Those horses had to work pretty hard. This is about the same time frame as that Holt 75 that I got to ride on at Rolag.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, there could have been a seat up here.
I think it was. The seat was bolted right there, and there they had a driver for the horses that sat here, from my understanding.
I guess.
You know, I wonder if you really need to steer it very much if you got a tractor pulling it from up in the front. I wonder how much you could actually steer it.
I don't know. I think we'll find out sometime.
Yeah, we're going to find out. 4G's going to find out. Maybe we'll get the little 22 out to pull this around.
Yeah, I was worried about this.
I'm not that worried about that.
It's kind of a cobbled up weld job.
Yeah, but it's holding. And I don't think there's no reason to worry about it unless it breaks.
Is that going down? No?
Go ahead. Yeah, it's tipping it.
Tipping it or going?
Yeah, it's tipping the corner down to cut. Well, Dad was just looking up here on this cog, and its patent on there is 1913.
No, it's 15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, it's a 5. Just like up on the side stand. But it may have been made 2, 3, 4, 5 years later. Who knows?
Are those Coswell cogs?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, he would have been in the future.
Yeah.
Long after 1915.
Yeah.
We don't buy Coswell cogs anyway. We're Spacely Sprockets guys.
Yeah.
What are you, Big Stripes? My guess is this was on display, maybe at I don't know, maybe for a county or something, and somebody bought it because they painted it up, and like Dad was just saying, they chained all this up for safety, but everything's working on it.
Well,
that we know of.
What we've tried works.
Yeah,
we haven't tried everything.
Oh, that slides your whole turntable right to left, Dad.
You think?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, right now they have it over onto this side.
There's not a crank hook to it right now.
No.
It's just a stub square shaft.
It looks like that there was a shaft that went from there up through that hole.
Oh, sure, it went right through here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's missing.
Yeah.
And it went, yeah, it came right through here.
Right.
And there'd be another wheel like this right here.
Yeah. But that's something we could make. We could fabricate.
Well, we can get up there with a 16-inch crescent wrench and move it.
Just move it over to the side. We'll probably have it fairly centered when we go to play with it anyway. You come out here, it's camera time, isn't it?